There are two lessons in today's tutorial. One is using coins which are removed from the project after the circle is applied to the background fabric, and the other uses paper which is not removed from the project. And I'll explain why and what the differences are as the tutorial proceeds. Selection of coins from travels around the world that are of varying sizes. We know what the sizes are in the United States, but I have a Swiss coin and a British coin as well. Today I think I'll work with the Swiss 5 centime or whatever it is. It's a nice small size, a little bit smaller than our dime. And the first thing you do is cut a circle from your chosen fabric that is a little bit bigger than the coin. And you don't even it does not have to be a precise circle. You could probably actually do it even if you did it with a square, but just cut a circle out of the fabric. This Swiss coin is a little smaller than the circle I've cut out from the fabric. The fabric could be slightly smaller than that. You would not want it a great deal bigger than that for this type of covered circle. Using nice sharp needle, applique needle, and thread that matches the fabric, although it doesn't have to match because this thread actually is going to be hidden in the final analysis. Just run a running stitch around the perimeter of your fabric circle, just as you did back in the old days, if you're as old as I am, back in the old days when we used to make covered buttons for our clothing so that our buttons matched what we were sewing. Let's go all the way around the edge till you get back to the beginning. And when you get to the beginning again, put your coin, if I could pick it up off the table, put your coin in the center of, never works right when you're being filmed. Put your coin in the center of your fabric and pull to gather. There's one more step on the back before it can be applied to the fabric, because if you pull too tight, your gathering thread will pull through completely. You want to run a few stitches completely across your coin to tighten up your circle shape around that coin so that you have a very, very nice smooth edge circle. And probably right here as well. So now I have a coin covered with fabric with some threads running across the back to keep the fabric taut against the coin. This thread now must be cut before applying it to the background fabric, because if you did not do that and you started to blind stitch when you cut the coin out of the fabric, you would then be cutting your thread and your circle would fall off the fabric. So the first step before applying is to just cut that thread. It doesn't have to be knotted or anything else. Then, using matching thread, this time it is good if it matches, and if you have any little bumps like that, you need to tuck them under with your needle. Using matching thread, you simply blind stitch around your coin. Nice small stitches. Maybe I should do a tutorial on how to blind stitch as well. But nice small stitches all the way around the coin. And that will go on. The video will stop, but I will continue sewing. So I have a circle appliqued onto this muslin backing. And that's what it looks like on the front side. On the back side, you see the little blind stitches all around the edge of the circle. Of course, you can't leave the coin in the fabric. It would add too much weight and would get in the way, and you wouldn't want to do that anyway. So you cut using your nice sharp applique scissors. You cut across an X in both the background fabric and in your fashion fabric, your fabric that you made your berry out of, which has the same effect. As you do that, you'll be cutting those gathering threads that you ran across the back, and you pop out your coin. So now you have, from the back side, an X, and from the front side, there's your circle. Coins are not only different sizes in circumference, they're different depths, and when you use the coins and cut them out, your circle already has a certain amount of dimension compared to the flat background. But the advantage of having the X in the back is that you can then, these are my non-sharp scissors, you can stuff some fiber fill in to the space behind where you've made the little X, and it becomes kind of like a trapunto berry when you get to the point of layering it and basting it. So then it has even more dimension from the front side, especially after you quilt around it.